What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout in. As always, I got my podcast partner in this thing, Apollo 13.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You called me Orion's Belt last week. Yeah, people, everybody.
Do you want to have a space age name?
Everybody in the comments calling me Orion's Belt. My name is Galaxy Wick. Diddy was able to change his name. You didn't have no problem with it. He went from Puffy to Diddy to P. Diddy.
Love.
That's what I'm saying. But you respected his names. There's Future and Pluto. There's Galaxy Wick and Jupiter. That's me.
What about if I called you Constellation Wick? Because that kind of feels kind of like, because you always wearing them diamonds when you leave here.
That's right.
Yeah, he took his chain when he come in this thing, but when he leave up out of here, he turns into Constellation Wick. Okay.
That's right.
Now, I mean, as we go back and forth all the time, man, I recently saw trending this week was Willie D and Scarface going at it about Scarface performing at the Grammys without Willie D, man. And Scarface, it was the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Mm-hmm. And Scarface got up there and sang, "Mine's playing tricks on me," without Willie D. And Willie took an issue with that thing, man. And he kind of called him out on the Ghetto Boys podcast and said, "Hey, Face, I don't appreciate you doing that, man." And being a man that is in legendary group Your Damn Self, what were your thoughts on that whole situation, Wick?
Okay, I'm gonna say this to the people first, and then you got to stay with me.
I'm with you.
The first thing is this.
Talk to me.
I am glad, and I am, I'm happy, I'm ecstatic. Any word you want to use, any adjective to describe two legendary men.
Come on now.
We're able to sit down. What me and you be preaching on the podcast all the time. We're able to sit down face to face, say fuck you, and mean it.
Yeah.
But nobody got killed.
Come on now.
So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Now my second thing. If I would have I would have slapped the shit out of Scarface.
Oh hell no!
I would have jumped across that table and you're not going behind. You're not going a Grammy. We're not talking about a show when you run off and do shows without me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell no.
Doing your whack ass mix CD. You don't want me there because me and my partners, we gonna throw eggs up there at the stage at you. We gonna heckle you. You see what I'm saying? It's not that. A Grammy only comes around. Who knows? Willie D probably would never ever perform at a Grammy again. I feel his pain. I don't think, unless somebody can tell me something different out there, I don't think he's ever performed at one now. What, the man 50 years old? So if you wait 50 years to perform at something of that magnitude, a Grammy, the Oscars, BET Awards a little bit lower than that. I would have been pissed off about the BET Awards. I don't think he would have because Ghetto Boys have been there plenty of time. Yeah. But a Grammy, it ain't many of our faces in the crowd at a Grammy anyway. Now, I'm sitting here looking at this, Willie trying to talk to him, and this is what really, Face just said, you know what, Willie, and left it at what he said the first time. When Willie said, well, you did not think to call me when you find out that they playing, that you're gonna do a song that's legendary that we both came up with, that I wrote my verse on, by the way. It ain't like straight from the deck. We gonna get into that a little bit later. Well, I wrote every word of it. So I feel like, I can go do it when the fuck I wanna do it.
Oh,
ain't
hell
nobody
no.
write one word on there but me.
Come on.
First of all, Willie wrote his shit. He let everybody know he did. So that's the first thing. Then for you to sit there and say, when he say, well, you didn't think about me, to just even call me and say, hey man, hey, it's a last minute thing. I get him thinking I'm doing some of Mr. Scarface stuff, but at the last minute they threw me a curveball. You understand what I'm saying? And they want me to do mine playing tricks on me. I know you probably can't be down here in 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to let you know. But if you can, hey, I'll wait for a minute, even if I'm lying. Even if Scarface had, right after he hung the phone up with this man said, well, I can be there in 30 minutes. Well, we're going to cut it close. Come on, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even if I was in backstage and they about to call my goddamn name then. I made it straight with him and made an attempt. That's all a man can ask. But to sit there and say, well, I didn't even think about you. How you not going to think about it? And when you're going to bring up this record that you ain't need and all that, a lot of times when I do stuff, it's gonna be one of two things. The promoter just flat out don't want that person there, or declines. You know what I'm saying? Man, I can't even get down there and do that. I got this going on, I got that going on. Okay, my nigga, well, I just let you know, I'm finna go on a rock and represent for the two of us. So I feel Willie held restraint because once you had told me that I ain't even think about you, I would have jumped across the table. Now, that ain't the right thing to do. I have to applaud the Ghetto Boys because we all look up to, even I look up to the Ghetto Boys. You understand what I'm saying? And so to see them sit there and be able to talk about it, it was cool. But Face needed his face slapped. His name is Face. He needed his face slapped.
Okay, are you finished?
I'm finished.
First of all, you tried to take Willie D's side.
But
you tried to take Willie D's side.
Let me be clear. I'm on Willie's side. Go ahead.
But you sound like Scarface talking about Nino. You sound like Scarface talking about Nino.
They
didn't call you. They called me.
That's right.
It's all about me.
Right.
And I'm going to go and perform. Because see, no, man. It's that
Willie not saying that, B-High. You missing the point like Scarface. Willie not saying. Willie saying, all you had to do was let me know. Once you found out we were doing a Ghetto Boy song, you could have gave me the option if I wanted to or not. I give Nino the option. I told you it's either two things. One, the promoter don't want to pay the extra money for him, or two, he declines. But there still is an option. Willie Dees is saying, I didn't have an option. I needed to know. I was just as shocked when you came across the goddamn screen as everybody that was at the party with me. Man.
Well, now, I'm going to say this, though. First of all, they didn't call Willie, they called Scarface, okay?
Okay.
So if Willie D was that damn worried about the Grammys, he should have just said, hey, Face, I'm going to just ride out there with you, here, you my partner, we the Ghetto Boys. I'm going to just ride out there with you. If I need to hit the stage. You trying
to remix their conversation. At no point did Willie say that he was aware that this man was going to the Grammys and doing their record. He would have been there. You think
Scarface didn't know he was going to do the record.
So he say.
To the last minute.
So he say. Scarface will tell you in the goddamn thing. I'm looking right at his face, and you can tell that he's lying. He's clearly lying. He knew what the fuck he was doing. What he was doing, he laid his outfit out on the bed. He said, oh, shit, I'm gonna be fresh on these whole night. You know what I'm saying? He had that fuck, damn, Willie. I already know how it went down.
First of all, when he found out that he was gonna have to do a Ghetto Boy song, what he was gonna do, send a private jet to go get Willie's ass? Look, hey, Willie, I got the private jet. First of all, I'm about to do this show for free, but I'm about to send you a private jet to get you out here on time so you can perform at the Grammys with me.
Scarface is a fucking legend. You know how many,
damn right he
is.
You
know how many shows and television appearances and everything that Scarface has been in.
That's right.
Really don't get as much as that. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes B-High, if it's something of that magnitude, you can say anything about me and Nino. Yeah, Nino gonna do a show. He do it without me. While we talking about you just looking at mine, I can't help because mine be better. You know what I'm saying? But he'll do the same thing without me. But you can best bet.
You a selfish ass nigga.
Okay, when I can't, okay, let me show you. When B-High called me and say, Wicked, you know what I'm saying, I want you to come up here, you know what I'm saying, represent the Ghetto Mafia stuff, who I have sitting right there with me?
Nino.
Exactly. Because I know that the two times prior to coming up here when you was at the station, and then we came up here again together,
yeah,
I know that would mean a lot to Nino if I had never brought him. So I know how big your platform is and how he views you. I know that.
But when I say I want Ghetto Mafia, I want Wicked and Nino in there.
No. That ain't what the point I'm making. The point I was
expecting him to come with you when I said that.
I don't been up here 2 or 3 times with Nino. So I could easily come up here and say, you know what? You were talking to Nino through me. I could easily come in here and say, well, you know what? You ain't got Nino today, you got me. And you would have shut the door and me and you would have did the goddamn show.
No, I would have said, you know what, nigga, you need to leave. Because I want to see Nino. I don't want to see your black ass.
Okay, whatever. The point I'm making is, I know how big what it would mean to Nino. You
didn't say that. You didn't say that in 2018 when I was out there in the crowd watching Good and Mild perform. Then straight from the deck came on. Then out of nowhere, here comes Wicked with his cup.
So
pinky finger out. Straight from the deck. I didn't even know I didn't even know Nino was on the damn song.
I'm laughing, but see, I'm gonna call him in and he gonna check you. The reason
he gonna say that Winkle was hating on me again, like he always do.
First of all, I asked Nino that, and Don, stick your head in this camera
Come on in here, Don.
Because this is my manager. Did
That's
I ask
right.
Nino to do the show?
Yeah, you did.
Exactly. So, and he declined.
Oh.
And I asked him to do a podcast with me. And did I ask him to do a podcast with me? What did he say? Podcast was lame as hell.
He was doing his solo thing.
That's what he said. So he had the option. That's all Willie wanted. Now, let me tell you something else about this show.
Okay, Hulk Hogan.
No, let me tell you something about this show that you talking about. Hold on.
I'm here with the goddamn.
Hold on, Behind. The reason why I was at that show is because I did a song, Rest in Peace, with the ATL hats, Big Liam.
Big Liam.
We was on the song, me, T-Mo, Yin Yang Twins. It was the self-destruction song.
Yeah.
That's why I was performing.
That's right.
They only brought on Straight from the Deck to let everybody know, remember who I was before we all performed the song. Nino was not on that particular song. That's why I was the only one there. They didn't call me up and say, hey, I want to see you live in concert. They said, hey, we're doing a self-destruction song with all of us on it, Bone Crusher, Pastor Troy, all of us on it. And so as we bring out each person, we're going to play a snippet of your song so they'll remember, because some people don't remember me.
Okay, well, how about this? I don't recall y'all performing that self-destruction song. That's number one.
We
number
did.
two, but I didn't hear that shit.
Because
number
you
two,
ugly.
no, because you done
Because
already
you
get no, don't
ugly.
come in with that. No,
And
I
you-
ain't ugly. No, Don just came in here and lied for you. Okay, I ain't going for your shit either, Don. I know how slick y'all OGs get together. Don, come in here and lie with me right quick. Nigga always trying to tell a quick ass lie. No, that was a goddamn bald-faced lie.
It was the truth.
Nino, I saw you at the DJ booth said, hey man, play Straight from the Deck before I hit this goddamn stage right quick.
that kind of stuff.
And then you hit the stage, and then this nigga over here having church in the goddamn thing. And all I can think is, where's Nino at, man?
You
This song
wasn't
would've been
thinking
so-
shit. You
I was
was in there
thinking-
just like this, the same goddamn way. You came after the
Camera
show.
phone
After
light
the
up.
show, you came in the back right now. Boy, you killed that shit. Boy, you killed. I say, goddamn Nino, but who?
No, nigga, please. Matter of fact, Nino interview is coming on Monday, and he just airs all your dirty laundry.
Well, he ain't got
I'm
no
talking
laundry.
about some of the dirtiest laundry.
He ain't-
I'm talking about street stain laundry.
He ain't got no laundry about me. But
Oh,
anyway,
we got all the laundry. It's coming on Monday. Be on the lookout for that too,
but
everybody.
anyway, getting back to the original thing, I feel Willie D, because those type of events don't come around. Willie D wouldn't have gave 2 cents if Scarface had did a concert at the Houston stadium, the football stadium, or the basketball stadium where the Rockets. He wouldn't have gave about that a platform that big only comes around once in a lifetime. So he had all the reason to be pissed.
Well, now I'm gonna agree with you 1,000% because at the end of the day, you know, I can't get too mad about Willie D being angry. At the end of the day, I felt Willie D's pain, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to argue Scarface's side to save Scarface's face. It was fucked up. Willie D should have been up there performing mind playing tricks on him.
Right.
And that's just the bottom damn line. But I think that's just the kind of things that happen. I think more than anything, what we got out of it is what you said at the beginning of this show is that we were able to see grown-ass men say, hey, man, I ain't fucking with you, and I don't like that shit that you did to each other's face, and not nobody have to die at the end of it. So I think it was more so they was teaching us how to deal with each other and get over it and move on, because I'm pretty sure they went right back into the studio and recorded another podcast the next damn day.
Yeah, and they stand up guys for even coming on. You know, and another thing I got to give Willie props, because he could have went on that show by himself and called, like you said, nigga talking about me behind my back. You know what I'm saying?
But
Willie could have easily came on there and did that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, let me tell y'all about this nigga. And people would have rolled with it because they saw it.
Yeah.
So I got to give Willie props. He said, you know what? We going to talk about this as men in front of everybody. I ain't talking behind your back. I ain't talking on the side of your neck.
Come on.
I'm talking right to your face and tell you how I feel about it, that it was fucked up. Your kids saw you on something that, what about my kids?
Scarface, come on, man.
Right. What about my kids that's something that they you know, they can look and say, you know, my dad, go back to school. My dad was on this.
At the
I don't know if they
Grammys.
are in school, but whatever. My daddy was on this. My dad was on.
It made the family feel good. Also made mama proud.
It was fucked up. But you know, I'm a Scarface fan. You know, we all make mistakes. I'm not Ryan Face that hard, but that comes along with. I would have whooped his ass. I'm sorry.
Because I know you're capable of it because all of the ass whooping that Nino said that y'all were doing before y'all started rapping.
Yeah.
I'm surprised y'all ever even made it in the rap.
Me and Nino used to go out in the yard, shirt off, and we call it, we call it a chicken fight. And nobody got hurt. There was no weapons. Take our shirt off, and there was never a fist being thrown. Yeah. It just we call it locking up.
You gotta lock up with a nigga.
My back hurt to this day for some slam outs. You know what I'm saying? A good lock up is due every now and then.
That's real.
That's what Willie. He lucky that Willie didn't take his ass out there
and lock up with his ass
and rock bottom his ass. When we should do that and look around. He lucky he didn't do that. But like you say, it was great that two black men could talk about it, and that's the moral of the whole story.
Exactly.
So it's bigger than that. But that was a hard pill. That's a tall glass of water to swallow. Yeah. That you're not on the Grammys in front of your kids.
Hey man, what do y'all think? Was Scarface wrong for not, letting Willie D know? I mean, because my whole thing is a courtesy call. Just say, hey man, I know before you see this shit,
right?
I'm about to sing My Mind's Playing Tricks on me, and I don't want to hear shit, but I get back to Texas.
Absolutely.
That's all he had to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Come on, Face.
Hit the comments. What y'all think, man? Should Face have let Willie know what the hell was going on, or should Willie have just, set it out and not worried about it, kept it moving?
That's right.